My name is Malcolm A. Rowland, Chief Operator of Yendor, craftsman, muralist, artist, one of the original Love Boys for TMNK, Afro-Impressionist, and I'm from East Orange. My entire life I've been an artist. I've been creating since about 3 years old. Like I still got stuff my mother saved from that time, and it's like very high quality art shit. But I've been studying and been lucky enough to be mentored by some really good black artists who took the time to like pour into me their genius and kind of help develop me from about like 8 years old to like 27. So my start was kind of like, I don't know, it was through osmosis. Like I learned it from being around it, like early behind the scenes art kid. I don't think it's nothing in particular right now that inspires me. I think it's more like, I think it's the artist living, working lifestyle that's more inspiring than anything right now. It's like you want to keep a certain momentum going, and in that momentum you want it to keep elevating. So it's like, the thing I got that thing on my shoulder, that edge on my shoulder is like wanting more and like looking for the pieces that give you more. But it's not one thing in particular. Like maybe if it was 4 years ago, it'd be like, oh man, expressing my blackness, or like black women, or my mother, or like the relationship between mentor and educator and young. But I'm a little bit over all of that, and it's more like what takes you to the next step as like a young artist, like a contemporary artist. How many murals do I have? None, no. That's a hard thing to talk about because I do public art consulting, because I do manage projects, it's hard to figure out how many murals I really have. I worked on like maybe 25, but how many are my own murals? 12 maybe. You know, a couple indoor murals, a couple arts education things, a couple live murals, a couple small parking meter utility box things, one large scale one, another medium. So it's like, it varies so crazy, but I've done stuff that's like 64 stories high, 30 stories high, 100 feet wide. You know what I mean? It just depends. It's a lot of experience, but not so much like, you can't, you know, I'm not like Nichos where he got like 100 and something murals and you know his style, it's the same thing every time you come to the table, it's easy digestible. Not to shit on Nichos because he's dope, but it's like he's worked himself up to where it's only his style every time. I'm not really in that place, and I'm managing, so I'm like taking other artists and putting them in a place to make money and do work and get credibility and stuff like that. So because I'm so behind the scenes, it's just hard to gauge what's really my work and what somebody else's. Like, you know what I mean? I invented like the artist not being in a corner in a show, right? All the time we get asked to do shit at shows, and you come to a show and be a whole fucking mini concert, and then you see like artists in the corner in the shadows like painting, and you see like two people around like, oh, what you doing? Like, oh, I'm an artist, here's my card. Like I invented like, put this shit next to the stage, put you on a mini stage, put you like on like a stairway or a step stool to be painting at the same time while the whole show was going. Like put lights on you instead. Like I kind of created that vibe. That wasn't a thing, at least not in this small arts community that we got. Like nobody was doing that before me. So it's such a love-hate relationship with East Orange, because it's like, you love where you grew up, you love what it did to you, how it molded you, how it sculpted you. Like yo, I didn't enjoy school at all. I can't talk for everybody else out there, because a lot of my cousins and they love their elementary school, you know, like they love their teachers and shit. I had the shittiest fucking growing up story as far as like teachers and education, and it didn't take until I went to a homeschool instruction school in the back of St. Paul Church on Sanford in East Orange, across from the cleaners and all. Like I went to school from 8 o'clock to 5:30 for 2 years, from September to July. You know what I mean? And that was like an alternative school for kids that's kicked out of the district, blah, 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 blah. I didn't have a good relationship with East Orange as far as education, as far as being understood, as far as like feeling love in the classroom until I went to high school and started studying animation. And then like, lo and behold, a weird white man was like the best teacher I ever had in my life. Vincent Patuto. He was like the greatest teacher of all time. You know what I mean? Some of the shit that I do right now as a professional, I got from him. Like put a song on for repeat for 3 periods, which has really come up to like 2.5 hours or something like that. Like Yellow Submarine or some shit, you know what I mean? But I say that to say, like, when you think about like how connected you could be with a place, and then you think about some of your experiences, you be like, damn, why I'm so connected? You know what I mean? Like, aside from like my family legacy of like living in a, like my grandfather coming from poverty and like buying houses and like raising this like family and blah blah blah, but like aside from that, like what has East Orange really given me? That's some shit that I really deal with as an adult and as an artist, because it's like, I mean, nothing in my real right now life have I got any contributions from where I'm from. You know what I mean? It hasn't really given anything back, so I fight with that all the time, because it's like, I do love this place. I mean, I love East Orange. I feel like I know almost everything there is to know about East Orange, like south and north and downtown, down the hill, like Brookwood, Elmwood. Like I feel like I know Harrison. Like I feel like I know so much about it. But then it's also like, damn, but what am I really getting from this? Like, I can't even do business in East Orange. Like, you know what I mean? So it's, I don't know. It's a weird love-hate relationship.